Okay, this is the third video. Or maybe it's the fourth one, but I want to show you a bunch of smaller pieces that I've got that I'm not sure if they're some part of a tool or if they're effigies or whatnot, but mostly I'm picking these ones because of the shape of them. This one is just interesting because it's very smooth on this side. Looks kind of notched here and here where I'm holding it. And I just thought it was sort of interesting. This one I'm choosing because obviously the shape. It's got some tooling there. It's kind of concaved, you know, and also here, the surface here, though, is flat and it's rounded at the tip. And I don't know what this could have been for, but interesting. This is another one that is shaped. You can see where it's been kind of banged up there by nature or by man. I don't know. I just think it's a pretty cool shape. And this is another one that's similar to the one I just showed you. It's kind of dipped out right there. One in there. It's got this little rounded tip to it. It's got some marks right there. Similar in a way to that one, especially at the top. Okay, and here's another one that I just think is very interesting symmetrically. Very strange shaped. This one is cool, and I'm going to do a video later of the oblong kind of pieces that I've got that are just neat. This is another one that's very interesting. All the different shapeage going on here. It's very smooth. I know this might be boring to some people, but if you're into this, then you're loving it. This one is neat because it just goes kind of concave right here, like the bigger ones I showed you earlier. It's kind of a little bit concaved into that side also. Very finely rounded there, wider round here, and a different size of roundness there. It's got that little handle on it and like a statuesque nose. I don't know. This one is an interesting shape also and very smooth, but also very notched out right here. That is interesting as well. This one is pretty cool too because of the shape, the different shapes on it. This one is pretty cool. It's another one of those P shapes or number 9 shape, kind of golf club looking type thing. Pretty banged in there, worn in there, smoothed, very symmetrical, like the geometry of it's pretty cool, very smooth. Another interesting little find here is this one here, which looks rounded, like deliberately or by nature, I don't know. And then here is kind of convex like the others, and it's rounded and nice little, you know, how you can kind of go like that and do what you're going to do. This side is very smooth, so maybe that's what it was for, some kind of, you know, rubbing. This one here is another kind of number 9 or 1, kind of P-shaped or L-shaped, if you will. And it's pretty banged up right there, kind of concaved a little bit. It's got some grooves in it, some grooves right there. This one here, I don't know if it seems very flat almost, though, with a little bit of convexing in there. Another interesting little piece. Just because it's got this really cool, like, curvature to it. Like, I don't know if you could tell on the camera. Oh, there you go. You can kind of tell how it's got this. This one is cool. I like the way it's shaped. It's very smooth. It's got this little dip in here. It's rounded at the tip. Then again, it's got the same little ears as these guys up here. I've got the one there, there. Kind of like those. I don't know. This one is freaking awesome. Look at all the shape that's going on in this one. It's very shaped. Pretty cool. It's very smooth. None of these breaks are fresh or anything. This is all just a little work of art there. Here's another little statuesque nose, maybe. I like the way this one's shaped. It's just shaped very cool. Go, dog. Okay, this one is also very cool, shaped strangely. This is very, very smooth, pretty flat. It's got a lot of curves and curls in it, and some concaveness right here, concaveness right here. Got a lot of symmetry going on. This side is very, very smooth and straight. This one I also like the shape, just because it's got some neat shape to it. This one is interesting only because it feels so thin up here, you know, and it goes down into this bulb roundness. Like, it feels pretty good in the fingers too to hold. Like, it's got some wear on the bottom of it. This one is cool again because of the shape. This is another cool one just because of how shaped it is. You see, it's got this banged up piece right here, rounded here, kind of squared and flat on this side. This side, squared and flat, and kind of rounded and curled. Very smooth rock. This one I love all the curvature to it and the shaping. So it looks like this. See, it's just got so much character to the shape of it, and this side is pretty good and flat. This is also very smooth. Seems to be a little oily too. Not oily to the feel, but oily to look at, like it's been held a lot. Another interesting shape because it's so tapered in on this side, and then it goes more flattish and smooth on that side, and then it also gets tapered in on this side, kind of rounded, you know, like use a little axe head, but I don't really see the notching here or there, but maybe a little hand axe, I don't know. This one is another very cool shape because, like the other ones in my other videos, of the larger ones, it seems to be like you know, real convex right here and has a shape like, you know, like that. It's got a lot of kind of tool marks, either from nature or man, I don't know. Very smooth, very cool, shaped pretty darn cool. Now this one is strange because the material that it is obviously very, I mean, it just looks brittle, but it doesn't feel brittle. It feels really solid. And I don't know if this is because of, like, it being near salt, but the texture is pretty smooth actually for looking like such a rough rock. But what's got me interested is just all this, the ball shape of this part, you know, when you hold it right there. And maybe these lines, like it could have been tied to something. It was a little hammer or something. I'm not sure about that. Just like I'm not sure about any of these, but interesting. This one is also very shapely. I just love all the curves and shapes. I also like the rock. It's pretty cool. But just interesting because of the curls and curves on it. This is another interesting little piece just because of how round this part is and how it kind of seems to come to that point after this little arch thing